Alright, Norbert, I'm going to try to see if I can, if this will show up on camera here. Okay, you see that left-hand corner right there? You see that shiny kind of looking? And then if you follow that across the tips, it's so hard to see, man. But it's going to have a straight little silver line, and then you're going to see that other side. I'm going to show you, let me show you a drawing real quick of what this thing looks like. Okay. And then I'm going to explain the process here. Okay, this, damn it. Okay, this is your comb. This is a horrible drawing. Okay, but basically what we're going to end up with is kind of a and these areas up here at the tips, and then it kind of comes down. Okay, this is kind of what we're looking at right here. Where you see black on my marker here, these are going to be what we're looking for when we do a rub pattern, okay? And what this is showing you is all of this area in here is going to be just your regular grind marks. You're going to see your striations in here like you normally would, you know, when you grind your blade or whatever. But it's going to, the top of here, it's going to be kind of a ghostly looking pattern that's going to go across the, going to start kind of a little further down on the outsides, and it's just going to kind of catch the tips. And what you're actually seeing is we're going to take this clipper blade cutter, okay, and this is a rub block, okay? You can get this from Dennis Brooks. There's others out there, but I know Dennis Brooks keeps these in stock. And what you do is after you sharpen, then you're going to come over to your rub block and you're going to set the cutter down. Some people say you use bare hands. I use a magnet because I feel like it gives just a little bit of pressure, and you don't want a lot of pressure. You just want, you're going to want this completely clean. I use brake parts cleaner, O'Reilly brake parts cleaner, and I mean this thing has to have no oil, no nothing on it, okay? And then I also will take a green Scotch-Brite and just kind of scuff the top of it up just a little bit. It's not really doing anything but cleaning it really, really well. You need this extremely clean and completely no oil. And when you come off of the plate with your blade, oh, I almost saw that on camera. Hold on. Well, you can see how that far right corner has a little bit of a flash to it, and you can, it's so hard to see on camera. That's almost it right there. But what happens is, when you come off the blade, you've got a good grind pattern. You're going to go to your rub block, and you're just going to kind of make figure eights, whatever. You're just going to rub this thing on here. Very little pressure, not hardly any pressure. No, not even as much pressure as you're using on the plate. Okay, you're going to do that number right there and just rub it on this flat surface. And what we're looking for is this thing is true flat. So when you rub your comb on there, what happens is it's going to show you where that comb is physically contacting flat, where it would contact on the comb blade itself. And what you're looking for, like I say, is that kind of, it's almost there. You can actually almost see it on camera here. But you're going to get kind of a ghostly pattern. It's so much easier to see in person, and you're just going to have to get your rub block and you have to play with it. But what you're looking for is you're going to want a good contact patch from here and all the way across. Now, if you don't have a good pattern, let's say it's only here, and then you don't see the tips touching there, and then you put it together and test it, you're going to notice it's not going to cut there. The only place that this cutter blade actually contacts the comb is just at the tips. All of this in the middle is hollow, so that any hair that goes in between the comb and the cutter is evacuated out the sides of the blade. This is the way, a rub block, to tell that you've got a proper grind on your cutter. So you just need to get you a rub block. Dennis Brooks, I can get you a link if you don't have a link to him, but get you a rub block, and every cutter that you do for a little while, just rub it on there, and you're going to start looking for that hollow pattern. I'm seeing it here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I can see it really well here in person, and that's what you're going to have to do is on person. And that's going to allow you to see, it's going to allow you to find that sweet spot on your wheel. Now, when James did my wheel, you see this line right here? What he recommends is that you make your passes, and then when you come back out, you stop right at the line. As for him, or what he says is, if you pull right here on that line, on an 18-inch plate, which is yours, just like yours, I don't see that line on your plate, I don't think. That's where he's saying the sweet spot is. That's James's marker for that. I actually finish more about here, kind of in the middle of the plate is where I stop. I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and set down. I set down all the way to the inside is what I do. I set down, and then I'm going to make my passes all the way out, and then I'm going to stop, pull, and I'm going to pull right there, and that's where I'm going to get my my fresh grind, and that's where I stop. And then from there, go to the rub block, not much pressure, and we're going to see if this shows up. I don't think it's going to show up. I did the best I could to show it to you. It's just so hard on camera. Anyway, oh yeah, see them corners, how that's it right there. That's what you're looking for. You're going to be able to see a rub. I can see it really well, and with my own two eyes here. And it, like I say, it doesn't take a lot of pressure. And then when you find that rainbow pattern like that right there, ooh, that's it right there. When you see that, when you've got contact there and then all the way across those tips and it kind of rounds off in the corner, that's when you know for sure. Oh man, you can really see it right there. Okay, all right, it's showing up on camera. That's what you're looking for, buddy. You'll be able to see it better in person. But that's how you tell with a rub block that you've got good contact and you've got good grind on your cutter. I hope that helps, buddy.